Hi, my name's Rachel Andrews. Welcome to Everyday Athlete. On this week's video, Cookie and I are out for a walk and we're testing out the Caribou rucksack from Wild Moose, which I'll show you in a bit. I've got my swimming kit with me. We're doing a little bit of a walk around the harbour and I'm really hopeful I might be able to get in for a swim. I think I'm probably in for about, I don't know, a couple of hours of walking. So we'll see how comfy it is. So a little bit of background then. Rachel at Wild Moose sent me the Caribou rucksack in pink, which you can just about spot, for me to test out. So initial thoughts as I'm walking along here are that there are quite a lot of adjustments you can make, which makes it nice and comfy to wear. So this chest strap, I don't even know if it's called a chest strap, but this one here is adjustable up and down on the side here, which is really useful if you've got quite big boobs, because then they don't feel like being pinned in and it's not all uncomfy. So I've got that nice and comfortable there. The shoulder pads are generously padded. I would just say that where I'm in kind of summer wear here, t-shirt which doesn't have a collar, they are quite tight on the neck because I've got them cranked in quite tight to make it sit nice on my back. So perhaps these could do with a little bit of sculpting, or it might be just that I wear something that's got a collar, which will make it that little bit more comfy. But actual pressure wise, there isn't any. It just feels nice. It's sitting nice on my back. I'm not sure I'm going to see very much here after my bird watching, where you need to be nice and quiet with the dog that's whimpering. I think she can smell the beach. We better get going. Right, let me just give you a bit of a look at it. So here we have the Caribou waterproof rucksack. Here are the parts that I said where there's plenty of options for moving up and down on here, and also there's really long, difficult to see against the dark there, really long bits of webbing all over the rucksack, so you can really get the right size, get it fitting nicely. The only thing I would say that has been bugging me at the moment, and that might be because I'm in just a t-shirt, is the waistband, which you might see here, which is made of quite thin webbing, and that is cutting in a little bit, rubbing a little bit, and it rides up. So I found myself walking along just eking that around. But as I say, that could well be an issue to do with what I'm wearing on the top, and yeah, I think if I had something more substantial on, it probably wouldn't be at all annoying. Come on then. Good girl. Well, that was a successful little swim there with the dog. First time with me in the water and her hanging at the side, so it bodes well. Be good if I could get her in to swim. One step at a time though. Right, I've had my fun, so let me tell you about this superb bag. Right, let's kick off with the back then. So, still got all my kit in it, I don't want to put it on the sandy beach. So we've got a really nicely thick material, waterproof, completely waterproof, with a spongy bit at the back here to I guess support your lumbar, and then also another spongy bit here which goes just between your shoulders, and then, as I mentioned, the straps, which have got lots of ways to alter them. Two great things on here: big pockets. So in this one I've got the dog's lead and poo bags, and in this one I've got a drink for us both. Still looking at the pocket front on the outside, so accessible easily, is this little cheeky waterproof one. Have a look at this. Nicely taped seams, and I've got some of my valuables and things sitting in there. The other thing I've got in there, which I wanted to show you, is I got sent a couple of things that somebody made for me when I had COVID. Lynn sent me this. She made me a little me with a toe float. How cool is that? And also a little mermaid friend. I think they're supposed to go on my hat, but I'm too worried about losing them. Lynn, I absolutely love them. Thank you. So that aside, those things are sitting inside my special pouch, the waterproof pouch. Okay, the top has a roll top, just like lots of dry bags. What I'm not sure about, because the material is different and because of how it's attached, is if it's actually fully waterproof there, as to whether I could actually take it in for a swim, which is what I really want to do. So I'll test that and let you know about that. Now, on the inside, there is something fabulous. This bag here is a waterproof inner bag. It's got a waterproof pouch, again with one of those nice sealing zips, and then we've got this bit here, it zips off. But this one, genius. It is a waterproof bag to put your wet kit in, so absolutely perfect for my dog walk and swim. In goes the dripping wet cosy, in goes the towel, pop that together. Possibly could do with having a little bit more Velcro along there. Maybe they will on the second edition of this. But when I get home, all I need to do to take it apart is just to zip this off, take it up to the bathroom or wherever I'm going to do the washing. Then just wash this, fling it inside out, and it dries super quickly. Okay, and then to put it back in again, super duper easy. Just joining up the zips, zip it back together, and then in it goes. So, all in all, a pretty impressive piece of kit. It really works nicely. There are extra bits on here which I haven't used, things that you can attach your walking poles and things to, but don't need those going down the beach. And there's a couple of extra ways of attaching the top down, so you can either roll it down and clip it sideways. In fact, let's try that for the way back. And just crank it down that way. See if that gives a different feeling for wearing it. So before I had it wrapped around at the top like a normal dry bag, and now I've got it clipped down at the sides. I'm not quite sure what will go on here. I might clip that together so it doesn't irritate me while I'm walking. So, easy does it. all back up and together. We've had our swim and we're about halfway around the walk. Back to the car now, and we've been out and about walking for 1 hour and 40 so far, so it's probably going to get to about 2 hours as I guessed before, and I would like to report that it is super comfy. Even though obviously my skin is now a little salty from having been in the sea, I can't detect any rubbing, and where I was concerned about this one being in really close, actually it's not at all. So I think that was misfounded. What I have found more comfortable on the way back is to have the chest strap done up, but I've just clipped the waistband to itself rather than having it riding up, and actually with the amount of stuff I've got in there, which isn't a great deal, that has been comfier than having it tightened up on me with the thinner waistband. But all in all, super impressed with this bag. Had a little chance to look up a few details on it. It is 45 litres, and when you twist the top over 3 times and seal it, it's then waterproof. So this has all the makings of me taking it in for an actual swim, and I'll let you know how that goes on. With 45 litres on a warm day, that could almost be a light bivvy, because I don't really need to take a changing robe, but instead of a changing robe, maybe a sleeping bag and a little bivvy in my stove. Now there's an idea. So the top of the bag is really wide, and I found that super easy to use when I was getting changed. I could just pop my stuff in and then get it out one by one. I'm not used to swimming somewhere that's really sandy, and I don't really like getting covered in sand, so that made for a much more pleasant experience than might have been the case if I'd have just put it all out on the side. So yeah, super happy with the bag. Really great piece of kit, innovated by Rachel, as I say, Rachel from Wild Moose, who is also a wild swimmer, and it's great to see the kind of outdoor swimming community coming up with its own solutions. Well done, Rach, great bag. I'm pretty out of breath at the moment because I'm still struggling with the kind of hangover from COVID, and I imagine this little walk, which will have been 2 hours plus my swim, might leave me feeling pretty wrecked for a day or two afterwards, but I had a nice time doing it. This really is unlike anything I've had before, where it just leaves you worn out for weeks afterwards. And I'm really feeling it for anybody that has got long COVID. You've got my biggest sympathies there. I'm just a bit fatigued and out of breath more than usual. Anyway, I really hope that you and your families are well and that you're managing to get some time in the water. And if you've enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe by clicking on my face and dinging the little bell, and you'll know when the next one's out. And I'll see you next time. Bye!